Alright. Hello, hello, hello. I am TwistedElf6966. The world record holder for the Luigi's Mansion 3 80%, as well as the 100% and no major skips. And today I will be showcasing the 80% run of Luigi's Mansion 3. So, you may have noticed right away that the language is a bit different. It it's on European French, and the main reason why it's on European French is it is slightly faster than the other language because it has two text boxes less than the other ones. And I'm about to start the timer as soon as I click OK. So in 3, 2, 1, go. So, first off, we can skip cutscenes. When you play the game first through, after you beat the game, you're able to skip a lot of cutscenes. Some cutscenes are not skippable in some situations, but they're not that really long. So yeah. So here I'm just gonna go through this and just quick vanilla tutorial. You know, nothing too special. One thing I will be doing is optimal movement throughout the run, as well as opening these doors close by. And it's really important I do this because it will add up like minutes to the run. So yeah. So we're just gonna go through a bunch of these rooms, and we have to go into the rooms, otherwise we can't trigger the next thing. This game is very like strict with its story triggers, so we have to abide by it. But luckily, we have some skips that later in the run we're gonna be able to utilize, and I'll briefly mention about a major thing that we do before the run. Before we go to the third floor. So here we're gonna go against Fake King Boo, and all we're gonna do is just gonna chase us down, and gonna go and exit through this vent. And yeah. So, you may have watched the LM3 skyscraper, and there's a lot of like mechanics that are similarly used in the story mode in the 80% run. So, however, there's some very like major differences between the engine that's running on SS over this, because it acts a bit differently than in story mode. So yeah, here I'm gonna like hold B so I can walk slow like this. It's optimal this way. And this first section is gonna be like very optimal. And so here coming up is the Polter Pup tutorial. And this Polter Pup tutorial, sorry, is gonna show us how to flash ghosts and suck and blow them. As well as burst. So here I'm gonna flash. Luckily I didn't get that because I'm going for animation skips. Celebration animation skip is essentially just canceling out by doing an action. Such as like just bursting out of it. But there's gonna be an easier way to do that later on. Once we unlock the plunger. So yeah. Finish through the tutorial. And now we can go set off with our own vacuum that we've unlocked just now. So, we're already in the basement. We're about to go to the next floor. Upstairs. Which is floor 1. So here is our very first green light that we have to flash. So we can unlock the door. And yeah. So coming up is gonna be our first ever ghost that we're gonna face. So here I'm gonna burst that trash can off so I can move on. Our first ghost is gonna be the goo. The goo has over 100 HP, and this goo is pretty easy to fight with. They're like basically normal ghosts. And I'm gonna tether them, slam them. And yeah. Now, if we haven't realized, just right there, I slammed a bit faster than usual. So you can actually fast slam in this game by timing your A press when the ghost is about to hit the ground. Also, here, I'm gonna manipulate these ghosts so I can get to this desk over here, so I can try to open it by bursting. Luckily, I didn't get it, but there's gonna be a lot of optimizations with the ghosts, such as manipulating them. So yeah, here we got our first key, because we use key to go upstairs through these doors. And so yeah, pretty basic for the start. And yeah. So here we figured out that EGAT is now trapped in the painting. Poor EGAT. But we're gonna get something that we're gonna be able to save him. So here we're gonna go to here. And now I'm gonna go to face the right and flash. So I can flash that bulb. There's a bulb right there. There's a green bulb. Also, I'm gonna stand right here. It saves a couple of seconds on the animation that Luigi does. So yeah. Also special notes with those animations. There's also RNG animation keys that can play between 2 seconds to like 4.5. Also, I didn't mean to burst it, but it's fine. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of manipulations here, and so here we're gonna unlock the first upgrade. It is the Dark Light, and yes, the Dark Mood upgrade that you get in Gloomy Manor. So we just Dark Light that painting with a bunch of gold. We don't need gold in this run at all. All this run is point A to point B, so there's no necessary need to get gold. So here we're gonna save EGAT from his cage, and he's gonna start walking funny. And so yeah, money is pretty useless in this run. Besides just going for a rank, it's not like really that good. You can go all to like 70 kgs for A rank. And buying stuff off the shop is kind of like a scam, except for the bones. So yeah, here we're gonna burst this trash can so we can open this elevator and get in it. So the first time elevator ride we're gonna have. EGAT's gonna talk to us, you know. Some EGAT dialogues will actually be skippable, most of them in this run. So, which is nice. So yeah, coming up is gonna be the very first boss ghost in the run. And this is the Steward. And he has over like 200 HP? 250? 250? Yeah, 250. So here I'm gonna do for a 1 second setup. So I'm gonna slam him down 5 times. Burst. Flash. I'm gonna drag him over here. Tether him. Here. Kinda messed up the setup, but this is the 1 cycle basically. I finished him 1 cycle, and here hopefully I should be able to get the buttons right away here. And luckily I did not. So I was going for a setup that would guarantee me the button spawn on Luigi, and it can save like a couple seconds here. So now we have unlocked the EGAT lab, and he's gonna tell us, you know, yeah, you capture these ghosts, you know, put them in my machine to analyze them, all that sort of stuff. Talk about he was just lured into this hotel and tricked. And now he's gonna help us get our friends back, actually. And I haven't told about the story. So essentially, Luigi and his friends go to this hotel. That seems like a cool vacation, but unfortunately, it was a trap by King Boo, but under Helen bravely.
Got it.
Yeah, he gave us the virtual Boo, aka Virtual Boy.
Got it.
You can call us for that. And we also have upgrade to the elevator so we can see us or see him in the cam next to the elevator buttons, which we're gonna actually start inserting the first 2 buttons. And we're gonna be able to unlock a new floor. Yeah. Talks to us here. And now we're inserting the first ever buttons. Floor 1, we already have access to it, so it's pretty useless. Pretty much. But yeah. The main floor that we're going for is the 5th floor. And we have never been to that. So he's gonna talk to us over here about the virtual Boo. And I'll go to the menu, go to EGAT hotline, and I can skip that by just pressing plus twice. And there you go. We've already beaten a boss, and now we're going on to the 5th floor. So yeah. These elevators, you know, they're just here to chill. You know, chillax. Call Mario like a million times if I want to. And now we have ride to the 5th floor. And this is our first instance of using the plunger. And what we're gonna do here is plunger a suitcase out of our way so we can continue forward. And EGAD's gonna call us about using the plunger, but we already use it. So who cares about EGAD calling us?
Bye-bye.
But now, I'm gonna trigger this cart and go down this hallway. And there's gonna be a rat that's gonna scare us. There's a chance I can get an early rat. I can save 2 seconds. But here, I'm gonna go for a setup manipulation. I'm gonna first flash this ghost, and I'm gonna burst in this side, and then flash this other ghost, push back, and then let them drag me. And I'm gonna slam in this direction, and then go to the door, which can also cancel the celebration animation instead of a plunger. And also, I'm gonna go for the triple, and I didn't get the triple flash, so I'm gonna go like this. Now we can just leave the room. Pretty quick. And also, we're now on to the next boss already. Chambria. And I'm gonna go for a 1 cycle, so I'm gonna drag her into this left corner. And I'm gonna plunger. I'm gonna spam the plunger and then get the aid prompt right away. Every time. Walk into this corner, plunger immediately, and slam instantly. And there you go. That is the Chambria 1 cycle. It may seem easy. It may look easy, but it's really not. It does take a hand of it, so you can easily mess it up if you ruin the timing. But yeah, that was basically the 5th floor, and we have grabbed the suitcase for EGAD. And this special suitcase is gonna actually allow us to unlock a new feature in this game. A very important mechanic in the run. Our very important pal, Luigi.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. We have locked the 3rd floor. And before we go to the 3rd floor, we have to go to the basement to give the suitcase to EGAD. And this is gonna be the first time I will be telling you what we do before a run. And yeah. Also, I'm standing here so I can get a fast load, and luckily I did. For some reason, on some like floors after leaving, these elevators can take a little bit longer than usually if you move around a lot. Sometimes if you stand still. So here's the first major thing. First, I'm not gonna do this usually. Spawn Luigi. Have Luigi face like this. Push him through the gate. And ta-da! I essentially activated a group push through a cage without having to do the whole tutorial at all in its exact order. And so what happened there is I abused the seed. And the seed is basically a thing that changes every time that you open the game. And every seed can impact the physics of Luigi's hitbox. And when Luigi pushes him, he can get pushed a lot or less depending on the seed you have. And as well as putting on the plunger on Luigi from Luigi's plunger, it can give him height, which will also be very useful in a couple of floors. So yeah, we're now entering the 3rd floor. The theme hotel shops, aka the mall. Now first, we're gonna have to go to the bathroom because there's a door onto the left that's locked. So we have to get a key from this bathroom. And also, I'm gonna set up something here called a startle animation skip or spook speed, essentially. So here, I'm gonna break this thing, grab the key, try to go to the door immediately, and there you go. You have seen Luigi run through a door faster than usual. And so there's like instances that can happen, like mice can scare Luigi, but also ghosts can also give Luigi spook speed, which gives him faster running speed. So yeah, here is the first key, and we cannot enter the room over here. Actually, we got to find it. So first, I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna skip checking the key by going next to this escalator, but I'm also skip this one as well by just having Luigi in front of that thing, that shape, so that Luigi could just walk through and just insert the key in the cash register. Now here, I'm gonna try to find the ghost with a dark light. It's not this way. I'm gonna wait for this other ghost so I can manipulate them. I'm gonna try to manipulate the key spawn by doing this. And yes, I got it. Also, you'll notice I'll be swapping between Luigi and Luigi every now and then. And it's very optimal that I use this. Because there's gonna be a lot of like things going on when swapping. And very minor things. So yeah, we went downstairs to insert the heart key. And now we have our new ghost discovery, which is gonna be the mini goods. So I'm gonna flash that green light and then tether those coins. And we have first the mini goobs. And the mini goobs are pretty easy. Basically shown in the SS. You just flash them and then grab them. They're not that hard, you know. So I just easily manipulate them. Spawn right there. And we just got the key. So now we got to go back upstairs and insert this key. And also, I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pre-lit a dark light before I walk through here. And what this is gonna do is gonna keep my last action, which is the dark light, which will just light this invisible cashier up early. And there you go. Gotta collect those orbs so I can fully reveal it. So now we have collected the key for the last room at the bottom. And now we have first instance of using the burst mechanic, because we have to burst off this cube's sunglasses, otherwise we cannot flash them. So we just keep these cubes. I'm gonna burst this, so just get the sunglasses off. I'm gonna quickly swap back and then trigger this escalator. And I'm gonna have him idle here and swap back to Luigi. I mean. And yeah. Now we're gonna swap back to Luigi, turn these buttons, and have this door open. And now we just start like this again. So there's an invisible one, and grab these orbs. These orbs can be random at spots, but sometimes they're a bit manipulated. Somewhat. But yeah. Here I'm gonna stand right here so I can collect it and be near the door. And now we're gonna have to face a new type of ghost again, but even bigger. And first, since the key has been dropped, we're gonna walk by it so we get the save trigger, and then walk up the escalators so we can trigger the ghost fight. And we are gonna meet up the second ghost type, the hammer. And this hammer has over 200 health, so we cannot beat him in a single go. Otherwise, he's gonna escape. So here I'm gonna go for a Seth, and it's gonna be a double tether setup. So I'm gonna flash him right here, grab his butt cheeks, and luckily he grabbed it. So now I have double tethered and hammer. Now we can just go up the escalators. On our way to the room, aka boss room. And we're gonna finally meet up Paul Blart, as some say. So here I'm gonna go for a 1 cycle setup. I'm gonna have Luigi's stuff over here. And I have Luigi tether his sunglasses so he can flash. Tether, slam 4 times. Let go. Burst, flash, and grab him. And there you go. That is the Crawler 1 cycle. And I've also positioned myself to the bottom spot. And you'll see me do that a lot with these bosses, so it's kind of very important to do that. So yeah, we have finished the floor. And now we unlock the second floor. So yeah. You may notice how we do other 1 cycles. Every 1 cycle is unique in its own way. And you'll see like the next one on the next floor. So yeah. Finish the second floor. Now finish the third floor, sorry. Now we're on the second floor. We technically been to the second floor, but not really, actually. So, there's another section that we haven't been through yet. You may not notice early, but there was there's like a wet floor sign in front of a door right here. So, yeah, it's like a stop sign here. So we're just gonna plunger it. Also, I'm doing this with Luigi, so Luigi can walk past that. And now we enter the new section of the second floor. And we see the first instance of Polterpup. And Polterpup is actually good in this game than Dark Moon, actually. So, a very good friend. So yeah, we have entered the dining room, and this is the first instance of facing multiple ghosts. And what I'm gonna try my best to do is manipulate them, or try to whore them. So I'm gonna spawn Luigi like this, flash this, whore them, drag back, flash, swap to Luigi, that. Okay, not bad. Swap out to Luigi and grab to the doors. Yes, I got. And here is the one cycle here. It's gonna be a very quick one, and watch, please. It's very quick. So here I'm gonna go get this damage done. Throw the pumpkin. Grab him. Slam 3 times on the stove. Up, down, throw melon, and then grab him. And then slam him all the way. And yeah, that is the chef one cycle. Pretty quick, and it's pretty hard to pull off. If you don't know what you're doing. But yeah. Basically done with the floor, right? Actually, no. Because, guess what? A stinky rat has stolen our button to the next floor, so we have to chase after him now. Luckily, this won't be too hard because we're just gonna lure him with cheese and flash him and grab the button. Fortunately, another pesky mouse has came in and just stole it, so now we have to chase this one also. He's just eating cheese and now just going through his hole. So now we have to go to this room over here, which has a pool table. And this rat is gonna be in one of those lockers, and it's pretty RNG, actually. And I'm gonna try to go for the left locker because I'm left gang. If any left gangers in chat. So here is the first instance of an oozer, and they are pretty annoying if you don't get them in time. They will target you like Terminator. So, luckily I can just flash them right away. So yeah. Now I'm gonna break this locker. See if it gets it. And luckily I got first try. So yeah. Also, I preserved spook speed since I swapped back to Luigi from that mouse. So I can just run through that door really quickly. And also, I'm gonna try to stall skip any scares. So I can just continue moving. So here we have to enter this bathroom because there's a blockage in the door over here, with a bunch of food in front of the door. So we're gonna have to burst off the food. And it's actually optimal if you grab the key. Or the button, sorry. Over here. So I just essentially just flashed the rat from the left side. Automatically. And now we officially have the button to the 4th floor, finally. No more chasing rats around. So yeah. Now we're finally inserting the button. And
yeah.
fortunately we're gonna have to go back downstairs because Egot has something to tell us. You're wondering, why does he want us to go downstairs? Well, he wants our money. That's what he wants. He wants our riches that we get from this hotel. luckily we're not gonna do that. So, yeah. It's gonna introduce us to the EGAT shop, which can allow us to get a bone. And he's gonna actually give us a free bone here, which there isn't a use in the run yet at the moment, but it's just like a big safety net in case you die during a run. So yeah, everything else is just a little scam.
Oh.
And here he's gonna give us the ability to find booze. We don't need to find booze in this game. We just gotta beat it fast. So yeah. Now we can leave and go to the next floor. And he's gonna call us again. There's a boo nearby. And we don't care about booze.
Yellow.
We're trying to speedrun here. So yeah. Now we're gonna go to the 4th floor. And I do want to mention something right now. I'm currently running on the current patch version. And there's a major skip that has been patched on the current patch version that saves over 2 minutes. But the world record is on current patch, and the only main reason why I'm playing on 1.4 is because it's a challenge for me, and you'll see why, how it's patched, and I'll mention it once we get there. But yeah, technically at this floor, if you're on Legacy, which is 1.0 to 1.3, this part of the run is not going to be vanilla, but on 1.4 it's pretty vanilla. But right after this floor, everything will not be vanilla. Everything will not look the same as a normal playthrough. So here, I'm going to burst over these carpets. They're moving. We'll spawn Luigi here, so we can flash the scoop. So when we return, we can just walk fast by the hallway back to the elevator. And now we have entered through the piano theater. And we see a piano and a toe painting. And here, I'm gonna go first, I'm gonna push Luigi up here. You can still do this on current patch, but there's a reason why I'm gonna be doing this. Is for a setup. If I can hopefully get up here. If I don't get up here, then I'm gonna have to do the other strat. So I must get this in time. There you go. So yeah, you see that purple dust right there on the left? They locked the door with a paranormal gate. So here I'm gonna do is a setup for a fast ballerinas. So I'm gonna spawn Luigi right here. With Luigi. Burst this cube. Flash him, grab him. Slam one time, let go. Spawn Luigi here. Burst, burst. Flash, and there you go. That is fast ballerinas. And I actually recently found that like a couple of weeks ago. When I was doing Hundo. So, yeah, that was a pretty quick ghost fight. And it's actually pretty risky to do because it isn't that consistent. So here right now, we're fighting the boss. And I just burst from that wave. And now we're just shooting bombs into this piano. So we can just slam the piano. And yeah. Current patch we have to fight normally, but that's alright. It's only 3 phases. Yeah. I'm gonna do this in a tether here so I can block the keynotes that he's about to throw out. Which is pretty easy. And There's also a bit of RNG here for how many times can he jump. Here he can like jump 3 times, but jumping 2 times is the optimal RNG. So here, dash him there. I'm having Luigi do this so I can manipulate the boss's spawn. Yeah. So I'm gonna move this way, see, and luckily you move a bit further, but we can just flash him in time. We can just stun him 5 times. And now we're on the final cycle of Amadeus. That. Wait to see if he does 5, otherwise he will 6 jumps. 2, 3. And he did 6, so I got worse RNG in this floor, sadly. But that's okay. So now I have Luigi doing this now, because this is the last one. Grab his bombs. Plunge the piano. And now we have officially broken the piano, which means he's on the last cycle. So I'm gonna position Luigi right here for the button spawn. I'm gonna grab Amadeus, slam him. And you may notice I'm like slamming around under 100 HP, because like in Skyscraper, the Skyscraper runners are running on a file that has the hard upgrade that's post B2 revisits, and that lets you slam like 7 times, but in the early game to mid, you can only slam 5 times. So now we just rescue Toad, aka Greg, and now we're just gonna leave. And we have now a new button to insert to go to. And yeah. Got Spook Speed, I'm gonna spawn Luigi so I can preserve that. And send Toad off to the lab, like that. Skip that. And now we're on to the 6th floor. And this is where things get spicy. And we're coming up to a very major trick in the run that saves a lot of time. And you'll see. So, like I mentioned, goo pushing is a thing, and you abuse a seed to go through things, and you'll start to realize how the pattern goes. They're on the run. Go to the floor, go through the boss fight, and get a button. So here is gonna be, I'm gonna go for what's called the Red Mountain Skip, and essentially you just clip through this first front gate like this, and I got it first try, and yeah. That is Red Mountain Skip. And now here's the big part. I am not gonna trigger the cutscene over there. I'm gonna go to this gate and push through. Now we have one more thing we have to do here. Is that I'm gonna utilize the plunger to go through this big gate over here. Through the shadows. And if I can get through here. Hold on a sec. This part is really tricky to do in runs, so. Okay, there we go. Got like 4th try right there, so yeah. I've essentially now activated the boss room. We just skipped the whole castle together, and it saved over 5 minutes. is our big major skip in the run. So here, I'm gonna slam him. There's a strat I could go for, but unfortunately, it's very inconsistent. It's called armor cycle skip. Essentially, you set up to where you have Luigi slam Castle McFright's armor 3 times, and you have Luigi regrab at the right angle at the right time, which will skip him a cycle running around. But I'm not gonna do that. So, finish the second cycle here on the last cycle. It's not over yet because we're gonna face him actually after his armor breaks on this next one. So, you notice me, I'm flashing there because he spawns a bunch of arrows over here that opens. So, pretty easy to block that. Yeah. Last phase. Now I'm gonna spawn Luigi over here so he can have a button spawn right there. And of course, McFright's to go to Luigi. Now I'm gonna flash, and I'm gonna tether him very well. It's important that you tether him because you're gonna need a 1 cycle like this. And I got it. There we go. That is the McFright's 1 cycle. It's pretty tough if you don't know how to tether well. But luckily I got it. So yeah. We unlock a new floor. And that is pretty much the floor. So yeah. Got off the major trick, and there's still a lot more tricks left in the run, and this is only the start of it, so you're gonna see a lot of optimizations and manips. And here, I'm not gonna do the pushback because it's a bit inconsistent. But yeah, that was the 6th floor. Now we're on to the 7th floor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah.
Onto the garden suites. So yeah, we're just gonna wait the elevator. It takes us around like 10 to 20 seconds to wait. Yeah. Finally here in the garden suites. And yeah. So enter here the double doors, and we see the button already, but unfortunately there's a new boss ghost here that's gonna grow a giant tree that has the button all the way to the top that we must get to. And this boss is Dr. Potter, and he's gonna plant a bunch of things here to let us go through this floor. And yeah, gonna break this thing over here. And we're now into the room over here. I'm gonna burst the leaves off here because it's faster. I'm gonna trigger the ghost, spawn Luigi, flash this flower bowl, try to tether it, and then flash the cube. Flash this cube over here. Flash this cube. So tether one of the guys. Flash this guy. Block to Luigi to go to the door. There we go. So burst that off. fast. Now I'm gonna do is a startle skip, hopefully. And I did it. Nice. So I skipped Luigi having to be startled, because if Luigi's startled, I have to wait like midway through with that giant pineapple trying to hit Luigi. So here I'm gonna have Luigi drag this this beautiful trash can, break this toilet, break that, and now I'm gonna swap back to Luigi. And we have a first instance of the Slinker, and they can easily catch you if you're not paying attention. So they're like goofs, but more creepy and 20 more HP. Also, I went for a double right there, and luckily I got it. So now I'm gonna utilize the plunger to skip the celebration animation, and we can just go through the door. And yeah. And now we have to face another pineapple. Dodge. Luckily, it's not that hard to dodge these things. So, just break them. And, we'll walk over here to trigger this. Face this door. Now, we're gonna have to flash this sawmill to, break this, these vines, or tree vines. We're gonna have to have Luigi do is save Luigi from this live vine. Now we can enter this room. And then there's a giant melon we have to slam. And it has goops in it. So I'm gonna go manipulate for these guys. And luckily I did. And you may notice I'm plunging. I cannot enter to the room during that, so there's some instances I'm gonna have to hold a plunger if the game won't let me go through. So here, you may notice on the map on the right side, I blindly used Luigi to push the vine over here, so I can just have it early. So yeah. We're about to reach the top of the floor. And we're gonna go swing this vine. And we're gonna have a very small skip here. That's gonna be a bit risky, so we activated that, so we have to go through this hole into this mushroom room. And pull this cart with this bouncy mushroom here. And all we do is burst and then face the direction that we're gonna go. Just the right. And then we just do that again. And also here, I'm gonna activate a spook speed. And there's a gold ghost in there. So I'm gonna go do this. And I got him. Yes. And now here's the part where it gets a bit tense. If I do this correctly, I should not soft lock. I can easily soft lock if I mess this up. So I'm gonna pull that vine over here. I have Luigi. Okay, we're good. So I'm gonna make sure I pull that. We basically skip going through the vine section right there. And now I'm gonna have both the plungers on this side. So I can just save a little bit of time. So yeah, gone over a potential like time loss. But now we also have another time loss thing because we're facing Dr. Potter. And I have a 1 cycle that's pretty intense to do, so I'm gonna have to focus and I'll explain later. So here I'm gonna grab the sawmill. I'm gonna wait behind this plant so it gets forward. Like that. Flash. Spawn Luigi. Slam 4 times. Flash, grab, and alright. Let's swap for Luigi. Okay, yeah. That is the Dr. Potter 1 cycle, and this is actually a newer version of the Dr. Potter 1 cycle. You're able to re-grab the ghost because the Bosco's hitbox, it has a hitbox on the head that you can flash on its own, that you can force you to regrab when you have him lay him rest
Hello.
and flash his head when he's laying rest, and you could just regrab him like that. So yeah, I was worried it was gonna like not work right there, because I can easily get trolled and lose tether of him, but luckily I finished him off just fine. So now that was just the 7th floor. We got the hard part out of the way.
Oh, yeah. Ha ha. Yeah. Oh.
Now we're going to the 8th floor,
Oh, yeah.
which is the Paranormal Productions. And you'll notice some nice references as I walk by. Yeah. There's also another major trick coming up here that might cost me some time if it doesn't work out fine. But yeah. Basically a whole movie set. You notice there's a key locked and there's a TV, and we're gonna have to activate a TV to get up there. And unfortunately we cannot actually like push onto there immediately, if you would assume that, because there's like a visible barrier that's blocking. So here we go to the TV, break this glass, grab the key, because we're gonna need to grab this key to open the double doors over here, so we can progress further. So now we have meeting another boss, but this boss is actually nice. He's not gonna kill us. He's just crying because he lost his megaphone, so he must find his megaphone. So, first I'm gonna get into this first room over here. Flash his TV. Same in this next room over here. Spawn Luigi. Flash it. It's optimal this way so I can multitask faster. And here I'm gonna try to go for a stall skip. Spook speed. Fortunately, I kind of messed that up, but that's fine. And here is the major thing. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna real quick break these passage. I'm gonna plunger suck the torch, and I'm gonna force it to walk over here, and I'm gonna tether like this. And luckily I got it. So you may notice that it teleported near Luigi. So that trick is pretty hard to do because the torch has some weird janky physics with the seed. So sometimes it may rotate at a spot that won't work. So it can be pretty annoying, but the torch can have a safe box that can force you to teleport to whoever is controlling, which was Luigi, so I swapped back to Luigi near the TV. And so we got luckily we got the torch just fine, without any problems. And now we have to go to this fire set to light this torch, which will be very important. So now I'm gonna first use firefighter beams. I'm gonna re-grab. Slam them. I'm gonna drag this this torch near this fire. And then we're gonna fight this hammer over here. And here I'm gonna do a re-grab. So I'm gonna slam 3 times. 3, let go, grab, 1. And there you go. And here I'm gonna do a very fast trick. I'm gonna despawn Luigi and fling. And it almost got the perfect spot, but you can fling the torch across the room. And I wanted to fling it near the TV. So that is the torch flame. So now we can go to this room and utilize this torch because there's a megaphone up there in the box with a couple of webs, and you may have a reference to the previous game that Next Level Games actually made, which is the spider boss from Dark Moon. And it plays the music also. So we burned the webs and we got the megaphone. Now we can leave the room with the megaphone and give it to Morty. But that's not all. We're gonna have to do a movie shoot with him. And this kind of movie shoot is kind of actually pretty cool. You get to fight kaiju. So here I flash him right away. And blow the fireballs, these big colored fireballs, like this. We'll flash him. I'm gonna move over here so we can break that. I want to be far away enough so he doesn't blow the bear instead. So be far away. And now he's gonna do this final fireball. Let's blow it away. And now we're just gonna mash A. You don't really have to mash A this hard, so just spam it. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna despawn Luigi in the background. I'm gonna try to see if I can have it close to the goo. There we go. And that is basically done. Morty has give us the next button, the next floor, which is the ninth floor. So you don't actually have to capture Morty at all. He lives. He lives making movies. So now.
Oh, yeah. Ha ha. Yeah.
Now finally at the button. Now we can go to the next floor, right?
Oh.
Well, not exactly. If you play this casually, you know
yeah.
something's up. We have Polka Kitty. Why? Because the devs can just annoy us.
Oh no.
Because we're gonna have to backtrack the floor again to get the button from Polka Kitty again. But we just got from Morty. So basically, kind of like Polterpup in Dark Moon. But only this time, this cat is actually mean. Pretty mean. So, here, I'm gonna enter this room over here. Activate this ghost battle. Let's slam this goob against these mini goobs. Break that. I'm gonna have Luigi over here. First this goo over here. Slam on one, let go. We grab this guy, and then slam these two. Which is very optimal. So now we're gonna flash the Polka Kitty. Swap back to Luigi. I'm hoping I get a fast kitty here. If we can... Okay. So I didn't get fast kitty, but Polka Kitty can stand behind Luigi right away. Luckily, we just slam her 4 times instead of 5, since she has 80 HP. And we just swap back to Luigi, so we can move. And now, we're gonna go over here. Go on this thing over here, and have Luigi stand there. And move this wheel. flash. I missed, but luckily I got it in time the second try. And here, I'm gonna burst at this at the right time. And I'm gonna hope I can swap in time for the startle. And I did. So I got some spooksy from that old rat. Luckily. So yeah. Here is the first instance of a haunted object, which is gonna be a haunted trash can. And these haunted trash cans be a bit furious. So you wanna plunger them first and then dark light them. So you can reveal the purpleness, the purple orbs. So yeah. Plunger there, so we skip the animation celebration. And here I'm gonna spawn Luigi. Activate this, flash these two goods. Fall back to Luigi, hold the plunger to wait. And now we can go. And unfortunately, Polykitty went downstairs, so we have to revisit the 7th floor once again. So we're now just searching for her. So I'm gonna wait here until it opens. Should be right now. Alright, and here I'm gonna spawn Luigi early here. I'm gonna despawn at the right time over here. And yes, I did. So those bats can startle Luigi, and sometimes Luigi can like easily get caught by them, which can use time. And so and also coming up here, we can just ignore these mini groups. They don't actually aren't necessary to beat. You can just completely ignore them. Also, you may have noticed I spawned Luigi right there, because I'm gonna retain spook speed while walking up here. So, yeah. Here, I'm gonna have out, open this closet, flash the kitty, and we're now on her second phase. I'm gonna face this way so she can go down. Slam her 4 times, and wait until she starts to move to swap back. Also, I'm gonna try to see if I can spawn Luigi. And luckily I can't. I could get a 1-frame Luigi spawn, which can like give me like a second or two. Time save. So yeah. Going upstairs here, we'll walk past these bunch of spiders, you know. They don't really hurt that much, it's only like 5 HP. So yeah. Here is the first instance of a trapper. And so you just gotta grab them. And get some, yeah, spook speed through the door. And I'm gonna blow this bathtub. So to activate, I'm gonna grab these 2. And then flash. Wait to see if she goes to the left. No. So she goes to the right, so I'm gonna stand like here. So she can be closer. Flash. This way. There we go. We basically fought Polykitty, but she's gonna escape. But luckily for us, she's gonna give us the button for us to progress. So here I'm gonna do a skip that will eat me down. So I'm gonna go here, plunger, push, move over here, to the left, and there you go. I got all the way downstairs. And that is the floor. Now we can actually continue on as normal.
Oh, yeah. Ha ha. Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah.
Now we're on to the Unnatural Museum. And this museum is just pretty much like you enter and you go to the boss immediately. There's nothing else. There's gonna be a big boss fight here coming up. So here, first I need to open this curtain, otherwise I can't get through this this section. So I'm gonna grab the rope, grab this one. And now we see a giant T-Rex, and you may notice it moved. Also, there's a toe painting, which we're gonna have to rescue, it seems like. So, pretty easy, right? Well, no, so the dinosaur is actually alive, so we must grab these eggs, bait him with Luigi, and throw at him at his chest. Do this again, grab the egg, wait until he has his chest open. Here, let's see if we can manipulate. Oh, we need spawns over here. Yes, I got bones. I didn't get them. Okay. So here I'm gonna have Luigi kind of bait him, stomping him, so I can throw the bones. Moving closer, throw the bone. And there should be this phase. There we go. Fortunately, that's not it. We have Ugg. Luckily, there's a one cycle I'm gonna go for. And it's a pretty tough one cycle, so try to focus on this. So here, I'm gonna tether him a lot until I can't. And I'm gonna go for a setup. So here, spawn Luigi. 1, 2, 3, splash, grab. Unfortunately, I did not get the one cycle, so I'm gonna have to 2 cycle. Pretty hard to grab the Ugg time. And, okay. Wasn't sure if that was actually a thing, but I'm sure. Okay. Fortunately, it was a 2 cycle, that's fine. At least it wasn't a 3 cycle. But you can basically retether the Ugg by doing the same method as Dr. Potter. And that is also the main reason why Dr. Potter's one cycle is that, is because of Ugg one cycle's setup. Because Ugg has also the same thing with his head, has a flashable hitbox. So yeah, that is basically the 9th floor already. It's pretty quick. We technically beat like 2 bosses right there. But yeah, we're sending off the toad to the lab. There we go. Guy calling us. We don't care. Now we on to the next floor, and this is not going to be an upper floor. This is actually going to be a lower floor. And this is the first time we actually get the lower floor. It is the basement 2. And there's a wonderful trick coming up, actually. A wonderful trick that was found like a year ago. And you'll see why. And you may know this floor is like pretty annoying with the ducky rubber ducky, but we have something special with it. In a couple of minutes. So here, trigger the cutscene. Introduces us Clem, which we'll be facing later. Reach over there, grab this key, so we can open the door. And here, I'm gonna try to set up something very optimal. So here, I'm gonna spawn Luigi first, move this wheel, tether these three, spawn Luigi, put him in the pipe, flash the mini goobs over here, turn the wheel blindly, and grab the other mini goobs blindly. And luckily I got them all in time. So now I have to turn these wheels because I need Luigi to move to this green light bulb so I can activate this door.
Oh, yes.
So now, all we have to do is spawn Luigi. I need to turn this movable bridge over. I'm gonna also activate a spook speed there, so Luigi can just run straight immediately. And I'm gonna activate the cutscene here. And now the floor is flooded with water because I'm activated. Luckily for us, we're not gonna go in this water section for long because we have something new here. So first I'm gonna plunger off this ledge to get down here. And I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the X prompt with the vacuum. I'm gonna push Luigi into the water, do a 1-frame X prompt, have the ducky out of bounds, go in the ducky, go back by blowing. I'm gonna wait over here for like 5 seconds to sink down out of bounds in the water. And I'm gonna blow. As soon as the map changes a bit, I'm gonna turn and suck. Unfortunately, it didn't work, so I have to do this again. Unfortunately, it failed me. But essentially what's supposed to happen is I'm supposed to trigger a save point when I'm out of bounds under that part, that section of the sewers. So, I'm gonna try to do this again. Maybe, like, wait a little bit more. So, it should seem like probably right here. And yeah, you see that? I got the save problem in the right bottom corner, and now I can move on. I've essentially skipped the whole sewer section. So here, I'm going to turn these valves, light the sinker. I also have the first instance of mini hammers, but they're pretty much like the same thing as mini goops. So I'm just going to real quick turn these wheels. Kind of stole this hammer, mini hammer, and then grab him now. Because we just have to turn these wheels so that Luigi can get up here and turn off the water, so we can actually walk in the areas. So yeah. Now we can backtrack, and also I activated a gold ghost right there by bursting that knight, armor knight, and it's useful for spook speed. Very minor save, but yeah. And also here, I'm gonna do is I'm gonna burst these two, hopefully. Yeah, I burst these two flipping shark noobs on the ground so I can maintain spook speed throughout this sewers part that we skipped through in the beginning. And the good thing about this is that we're able to spook speed through the door. Actually, 2 doors. So 1, 2, and here I'm gonna plunger Luigi off this ledge. I'm gonna put him down in the water pit, and I'm gonna warp over here. And there you go. Now we're gonna open this vault door. So just turning this, entering. And now we're gonna enter a ducky fight with Clem. And luckily for us, all we can do is I'm gonna first do is flash him multiple times, but also move slightly so he gets pushed back. Go to the ladder, activate the mines so I don't get hit. Flash burst, grab him, slam, flash at the right time, and then re-grab it. Now I have to tether him a bit. And there we go. That is the Clem 1 set. What happened there is I drained him between... How much was it? The 3 or 2? It's between 275 to 285 that you must start slamming him. Because if you don't slam him at a right HP threshold, he won't be flashable to re-grab him. So it's a pretty hard one cycle to pull off. But luckily I got it. So yeah, we unlocked the 10th floor. We're done with the ducky section. Okay, I'm gonna drop down here, it's quicker. Yeah. That was basically the basement too. We just ride a ducky out of bounds. So we skip the whole sewers entirely. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. Finally reaching to the 10th floor. Called the Tomb Suites.
Oh, yeah.
And it is a very pyramid themed, Egyptian themed floor. And this segment of the run is pretty long than the other ones, actually. Fun fact. So it will take some time to get through this floor, but trust me, we'll finish this in a good amount of time. So here I'm gonna suck off these sand pile so I get through the door. And we have introduction of the room. You may notice that there's a giant pyramid with a bunch of sand stuff. So there's a door blocked here, so we activate this thing over here by just pulling it down so that the door opens. And we can hop inside the pyramid. And this pyramid's pretty big. So here I'm gonna spawn Luigi, wait for a startle, skip, and now I get a call, and now I'm down into a pit. So here I'm gonna have Luigi's tether sand early, so I can activate and start pulling sand down here. And yeah, we're gonna interact with the sand a bit more. Here, I'm gonna have Luigi block this trap so we can get up the ladder. And then there's gonna be 2 vases with 2 bats I have to flash. And luckily I got that in time. And yeah, this place is pretty big. And the door is all the way up there, and you may notice that. And so what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to beat 3 kind of puzzles in this pyramid to block a certain part of this room so sand can start piling up. And also I'm gonna press this mummy. Also, you may notice that I'm going for something here called a gem goo. And this gem goo will essentially give me spook speed through the door and the rest entire of the floor once I go back there. So, important to pull him off. That too. And now we have a puzzle. Luckily, this puzzle is not that hard. This first puzzle, all is required is to burst the lasers off. you may notice that Slinker just spawned, so I'm gonna try to find him in the dark side. I'm gonna flash him, grab him. Yeah. That was basically the first puzzle. Now I have to activate this. You know, essentially will do, it will block the hole that's putting a lot of sand in the pit. So we need that 2 more times now. Hopefully I don't get hit by any snakes here, so luckily I didn't. So now, here I'm gonna spawn Luigi near something here, called a pressure plate. And I'm gonna swap back immediately. And what we'll just do is we'll activate this trap, and it'll be very useful later. And so I use that for spook speed to get through that door really quickly. And here I'm gonna suck up some sand early through the wall. And now we're gonna go for a puzzle here that we're gonna do. Luckily, it's the same every time, so essentially we're just finding a couple of objects. So, grab this. Go over here. Grab this square. Grab this triangle. Throw this sphere. And there you go. That is the second puzzle already. Now we can activate this trigger and lock the second thing. Now we have one more left to do, but before we do that, like I said, I mentioned that there's a trap that I activated early, and it'll be essential because there's gonna be a ghost fight happening. Full of a bunch of mummies that should activate. They activated. So I'm gonna first these 2 over here. I'm gonna tether 1 to the right over here. Despawn Luigi. Gonna wait a little bit and then pull this off. And flash. Double tether. I'm gonna also pray to hope that the ball trap hits the other mummy across the room. And I believe it didn't, so I'm gonna drag him over here. So there's a chance that you can risk during a run that this mummy can get hit by the ball trap, and the singer can just go to near Luigi. So I'm gonna swap back, go through the door, put some sand, flash it, this thing over here, and this is essentially just measuring weight. So I put a little bit of sand, just enough sand, so I get the right measurements. And all I need to do now is just get rid of one of these objects off this pressure plate. Also, I'm pretty sure I have enough where I can just spawn Luigi and just flash it. Yeah. Okay. Just barely. That would have been risky if it was a bit further to the right. Luckily, it didn't happen. So yeah. So, I position off-screen Luigi a bit further from the door because there's going to be a trigger that's going to happen when I go near the door. And it's going to trigger a bunch of mini hammers and a hammer as well. So I'm going to flash this hammer, grab him, slap him into the mini hammers. I'm going to look for other ones. And that's pretty much all of them. Alright, that's the third puzzle. Now, I'm gonna burst on top of this sand pile so I can activate the ghost trigger right away. I'm gonna wait a bit here, hopefully, so I get all these boots. Now a hammer and a slinker is gonna spawn. 2 slinkers gonna spawn. So, and I got both of them. Nice. And okay, there's a hammer. I'm gonna just re-grab him. Now the next thing okay, never mind. I did not time my slam correctly there. That's kind of my fault, but that's okay. We're not in a rush. And luckily this gem ghost is active, so we don't have to wait on an animation. That's slow. So I'm gonna flash this goob near this door because he is essential for spook speed. And yep, I got the spook speed. Nice. Now we go up these stairs and escape this death trap. Now I'm gonna break this base here. That'll give me a torch that I can lit up by just waiting here. And I can just flash these spiders for fun. I don't have to, but I burned that web so I can enter through this. And now we basically have returned upstairs entirely of this floor. And now we're now gonna face Serpsy. And I'm gonna be doing a 1 cycle. That's pretty like risky pull off, but hoping I can get it correctly. So here I'm gonna suck off some sand. I'm gonna purposely get hit with Luigi so that she can move on. And she's gonna jump this way, so I'm gonna move left. Luigi tether. And so you can do her attack. All I have to do is burst so I can dodge it. And then flash her. Tether her until it'll be like 220. 230. Slam 1, 3. Tether. And then flash. And that is Serpsy 1 cycle. So all I did was I kind of hold her with the vacuum as Luigi so she can still like get stun locked. And all I had to do was just swap back to Luigi while Luigi was vacuuming Serpsy so that she can be resetted. And so yeah, that was the 10th floor. Now we have locked the 11th floor. The next floor on the list. And this is kind of my favorite floors. It's kind of my favorite looking, but also intense. When speedrunning. Yeah, you'll see why that is. But it is the Tomb Suites. And we do have a very small trick coming up later in the floor that you'll see. So yeah, we're now meeting up the Twisted Sisters. Nikki, Lindsay, and Jeannie, aka Next Level Games, NLG. And as shown the floor, full of magic and trickery. And we're gonna have to find them and fight them. But they're gonna go to a fake door that's actually a fake door. So we're gonna go to the left, because there's actually a door hidden. So here I'm gonna spawn Luigi like that. Swap to him. Dart like the door. Grab these orbs and swap back to him. Now we're in a coffin room. I'm gonna walk by it. And now we're gonna go to a hallway. Here I'm gonna go walk kind of against the wall and into the door so I get spook speed through the door. Now I'm gonna flash this thing to the left. Dart light this hidden door. Because there's a bed that's blocking it. Now, here I'm gonna bait out a haunted treasure chest. Luigi. Luckily you did that well. And we're gonna tether that. Open this. Open this toilet for the memes, because it actually does nothing in the run. And we have gotten the key to move on. This main dining area. With a stage. And there's actually something important I'm going to be doing here. Or activating here. I'm going to be activating this thing here. That's going to send 2 ghosts out. And here I'm going to break this vending machine. Luigi and then put the door. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to spawn Luigi right there. Break this cloth. Dart light this way and then tether. Because it goes, the orbs go down there automatically. Here I'm going to startle and then get it. But here, I'm going to grab this rabbit and then dark light it. I'm going to set up for a spook speed here. So at the time, I got it. So I got out of the animation. Open the door. Now I can go to this room over here. And pull a bunch of curtains here. Get through this door. Here, I'm gonna burst the hats off. Walk down over here. And now we're gonna meet up with these triplets, but they're gonna leave. And what's gonna happen is that all the rooms are gonna change. And they're pretty random, but not too random. So here I'm gonna spawn Luigi. Gonna flash this cube over here. Slap him. Swap the Luigi. Flash this cube over here. Slam this cube over there. Grab this cube. Luckily for us, the pattern of the random rooms are the same, so I'm going to the specific path. In the maze. So yeah, here I kind of just manipulated the ghost. Here I'm gonna activate a trash can for spook speed. And here is the most annoying room ever. If you haven't burst these objects over here so I can reveal the losers. Here, I'm gonna do a strat called the Twisted Hammer. Actually, I discovered this when I started running. So essentially, you walk past the hammer, grab his butt cheeks, and also spawn Luigi. And then 760. Got it. Now, here's a very major trick here. Very small. So here, I'm gonna just have Luigi push Luigi onto the stage. Hopefully. But here, against this wall, gonna have spam X, and I got it. And you may notice, the paranormal gates have actually opened. I've essentially opened the gates in a ghost fight, without having to fight the ghost. So yeah. Flash the Slinker. I'll let him drag me this way, this time this way. I can get it. I'll grab this user. Grab both of them. I can grab. And unfortunately, I didn't get spook speed because I was far away. But now we're entering the boss room. Twisted Sisters. So yeah, all they're gonna do now is they're gonna try to throw cards at me, but you can easily just burst them off. Not that difficult. The first phase is pretty easy. You just pick any of them, any of the hats, And all I have to do is make sure I burst the right time before they actually hit me. Because they're about to shrink in a circle. And I burst. I have Luigi out. Swap and flash for a bit early, and I did. And just slam her all the way. They have 100 HP like a Goo, so they're pretty easy to fight. And now here's the second phase. Now, since there's a one Twisted Sister missing, it's going to replace a bomb, and you want to focus on the bomb. So, it's on the left, it's on the middle, it's on the right. So you want to ignore the one that's on the right. So my priority is just to face on, just look at the right one. It didn't move yet, so it'd be last. So it's this one that I don't want. Now I'm gonna grab this guy. There you go. That is 2 down. 1 more to go. Now this time I have to really pay attention to the real one, because this one has a twist. The twist is that it's gonna start blacking the lights out. So it's on the left, it's on the right, it's in the middle, it's the left, middle, left. Now it's on the left. Gotta focus on the left one. Really hard here, he's gonna really trick me. So gotta focus on this. And I got it. And there we go. That is the Twisted Sisters. And that is basically the 4 already. Fortunately, did not get the spawn that I needed button, but that's okay. Luckily for us, we unlocked something that's gonna be helpful here as we leave. We gained Spook Speed from the gold ghost that we activated, so now we can just leave the room like this 2 times, 3 times, and yeah, that is the 4. The trick I did could have potentially soft locked, but luckily it didn't happen. So I'm glad that didn't happen. So yeah, we unlocked the base, not basement, the 12th floor. But as I was gonna mention, we're not gonna go to the floor, really, or go through it at all, because there's a thing blocking our way that we cannot get through. Even if we can get in with goo pushing, it's the game doesn't let you because of story triggers. So we actually have to revisit once again, sadly, unfortunately, because there's a thing that's blocking our way. And Egad's gonna call us, and he has some news for us on something that he was trying to work on before we actually got here. So I'm gonna look through the hole, exit out, trigger his Egad dialogue, skip it. Here I'm gonna menu and go to the second last option, which is the lab. You could actually teleport to the lab. So yeah. So here, he has unfortunate news to us, and Luigi has noticed something different, actually. He noticed there's a missing toad, and you may know that this toad is the one Greg. The Greg. The annoying Greg. So we have to actually come back to the basement too, revisit it once again to find him, but also look for a part upgrade that's going to be useful for us the rest of the run, actually. actually. So, go down the basement, 2, and just wait. Should open here. Here, I'm gonna try to do a starl skip here, so I can move forward. And I did. Nice. I'm gonna plunger this trash can if it's actually on it. Okay, go through the store. First, I'm gonna break this toolbox because it'd be important. Because the ghost will spawn there. So I need to break it. So it's pretty normal. Here I'm gonna break this giant toolbox. Slamming against the and luckily I got at the spot that I need to be, but I didn't get the other loser together, but luckily that was actually okay. So good manipulation. Good RNG. So here I'm gonna put Luigi through the pipe. I'm gonna move these boxes as well as moving this wheel to turn off the water. I'm gonna burst through the wall right there to activate the toad that's trapped in the box. I'm gonna pull Luigi and throw a toad up there. Now here, what I'm gonna do is gonna have Luigi spawn on this pad. Whoa, what? Okay, what happened there? I just got yeeted. Okay. Okay, so here I'm gonna go activate this ladder. My god, I'm surprised by that actually. But yeah. Flash is a rat, so I can move this. I forgot to move Luigi right there, but kinda got distracted by that weird jank thing. This is why this game's a bit janky, and that is one example of why this game's jankiness. It's insane. So here is called B2R skip, or not? Well, it's Slinker skip basically. So here I'm gonna put Luigi up here, push Toad, open this, and unfortunately didn't get it, so I'm gonna try again. So here, push Luigi up this desk, if I can do it. If I can do it. I need Toad up here also, because he's important. Okay, this is taking me a bit of time, but it's okay. It's kind of having given me troubles here. So, I could take the risky one, but I want to show off the consistent one here. So here I'm gonna step Toad, and there you go. That's the first part done. Next part, I'm gonna go over this railing by plunging, pushing, and then bursting. And I almost got it right there. I just need to burst. Okay. Taking a bit of time, but that's fine. I need to get him pushed back a bit more. B2R is kind of killing this run, but world record's not like happening this run also, by the way. So here I'm gonna ignore the bunch of mini groups here, and then I'm gonna hold a plunger here to skip the animation that Luigi gets, because you just walk past those mini groups and just for whatever reason have it cleared. Here I'm gonna push Toad so she can just, or he can just move. Now I'm gonna use Toad and throw him at there and grab him. get the wheel for me. Luckily, it cooperated, so Greg is actually cooperating.
Yeah. Yeah. Phew.
Grab the toad. Actually, first I need to do this and then grab the toad. That's how you're supposed to do it. And then I'm just gonna use them again, throw at the wall. And I'm gonna try to throw him up here so I can activate this thing over here to turn the bridge. And the main reason why we're going down here because you realize there's a hammer blocking that. That's why early on I didn't go to the left because there's actually a hammer blocking the way. So we have to go down this path in order to progress. So here I'm gonna have to throw the ladder so I can drop it down. Here I'm gonna set up for a slinker double. And I'm gonna try to flash this first one and then tether him. And luckily I got both of them, so that's good. Go back to Luigi, open the elevator, plunger. And now we have to go back to the basement one. Now we just wait. I can high-five Toad if I want to. So it should be opening soon. Yeah, it's opening. Now there's one more thing left here. I'm gonna spawn Luigi earlier here. And then we'll wait, flash, and burst the slinker. Grab and do a double tether. It was kind of weird double tether, but also I glitched that painting right there, so that's nice. But yeah, okay, we're now done with the revisit of the floor. So also I got the glitch cutscene, so invisible Luigi over here, but really he's over. Luigi's just ready to leave. But yeah, like I said in the beginning of the run, we have basically unlocked the ability to slam 7 times now. So, which will let us easily meet the ghosts as well as bosses. So yeah. Also, we unlock ability to use super suction, and this ability is only used one time, and it will be coming up as we return to the floor that we're supposed to go through, actually. And it will allow us to break the giant ship that's blocking the double doors. So yeah, now we have returned to the 12th floor actually, and there's also a major trick time save glitch. It's kind of broken, and I'll show you why. So here, I'm gonna activate this power socket. Start tethering this build. I only need to tether it a bit so I have an open passage. There we go. That should be good enough. So now we have entered the Spectral Catch, aka Pirates theme. And I kinda like this floor actually. Especially the boss music. Yeah. We're gonna enter the outside with a giant pool area. Or water. Sea. whatever you call it. Considering it's a hotel that can carry this water. But now we activated a giant boat here. And now we're going to activate the first phase of the boss. So here, I'm going to walk over here in front of him. I'm going to grab the bombs. The barrels, actually. They're technically bombs, but they're barrels. Exploding barrels. So I have to throw him 3 times. These barrels. So his actual form gets revealed. So I'm also clearing debris so I can do the setup. So here is the 1 cycle. So I'm gonna burst off these mini attacks until he does his big slam like this. Tether to 261 or 241. Fortunately, didn't do that correctly, so I need to do this again. It's not terrible. If I miss it, I can just do this. Need to use this. Okay, that wasn't good enough, but I need to do 1 more HP. I cannot do with okay, there we go. Now it's at 2-1. Now I can do the setup. So here, I'm gonna wait for him to do the big slam. I'm gonna move to the left, flash him, move a little bit, do a setup, buffer, aim up, and there you go. I broke him. I broke his AI. So now all I can do is just tether him under 140 and slam him. And there you go. That is Fishhook 1 cycle. Saves over 2 minutes over doing all 3 phases of fight.
Oh. Ah.
A bit complicated. It used to be very, like, this is actually a 1 frame trick also, by the way. Because you're basically tethering his HP from the transition of his 201 HP to 200. And his HP limit is at 200. And if you ever did the 1 frame, you basically can break his AI. And he just becomes broken. And unfortunately, I didn't get that barrel actually kind of blocked my way. I was actually gonna goo push through that fence, so I dropped down. But that's fine. So, we rescued another toad, and we have another floor to go to. So yeah, that was Fishhook 1 cycle. It's one of my favorites, especially the inconsistent versioning. Considering the inconsistent version was pretty hard to pull it off. It's like basically 50-50, but it's hard to set up than the consistent that we do nowadays. Which is technically better for water recurrence. So yeah. Let Toe go back to the lab.
Hello. Bye-bye.
And that was the 12th floor. On to the 13th floor.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
it made us pretty far. Time is flying by really fast. This run.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Now going to a gym floor. And this floor has a very like small skip Easter egg, mini Easter egg. Not too crazy, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Oh.
But First here, I'm gonna startle this phone here. This scares Luigi. And I have to activate this left door so I can trigger the next thing here. Also, I'm gonna position Luigi and swap back to him. And we have met Chad. Johnny Deep. And he has 60 HP in the pool power. So we face him. Now I'm gonna flash here. Drag. Slam. Slam the other. Fortunately, I couldn't get the other. Alright. Not bad. Plunger, so I can grab the key. Select the Luigi. And we can move on away. Fun fact here, if you hold... Fun fact, when you enter this room, if you hold A, the ghost just triggers the battle right away. Instead of having to wait, you just hold A as soon as you enter the room. And the user will just enter the bunker. And coming up is the, all you do is just hold X. That's it. You just hold X and walk past these hammers. And yeah. So now next thing is RNG. Keys can spawn into 3 bikes or 3 treadmills. So see if I can get first try. I didn't get first try. So oh, I got second try on the treadmill, so that's neat. But yeah. You can lose a run to key RNG here in this floor. But yeah, here I'm gonna enter this yoga room. I'm gonna burst these 2 yoga mats like this in a certain pattern. So this wall opens, flips. So I can go this way. I'm gonna startle right there, so I scare skip. I'm gonna skip the animation right here by just opening the chest again. And I can just move on.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah. Just gonna tiptoe through this ledge. And we can leave the yoga room, but we're not actually gonna leave the yoga room. A ghost is gonna appear, and so we're gonna have to fight him. I'm gonna spawn Luigi right here. I'm gonna flash and wait here, and then slinker, slam to the left. Get 3 hammers. Flash the hammer over here. Grab Luigi. And now here is the most intense part. This is the shower room. So first I'm gonna turn off the showers real quick and kill these 3 goos. But after that, a ghost wave is gonna spawn. So I must position. But yeah, here I'm gonna try to get a couple of ghosts here by doing this. Fortunately, I didn't get the other center, but that's fine. And then now I have a... This could work. I think I have 1 more. Alright. Fortunately, I got unlucky, and I got a... there's a chance the ghost can turn the showers on, which can cost you time. So, that wasn't a good showers. So here's the boss fight. Here I'm gonna do is get Luigi across and buff this object. I'm gonna throw the volleyball here. And turn this wheel. Prepare to throw another volleyball. Oh, I got it in time. Let's go. Alright. So. pretty easy beat. Gets the glasses off by throwing the ball and then just tether him. The lowest HP boss in the game. And just beat him. Now we have locked the 14th floor. And now we're just done with the 13th floor. Before we move on, we have one more trapper in our way. Just easily just slam him. Pretty easy. Now, enter the elevator. But, unfortunately, we have to do another thing. Once again, Polterkey comes back once again. And now we have to go back again in this floor. The fighter.
No, nice kitty.
So, she's gonna be hiding in the shower room in a basket, so we just gotta go to there and burst her. And she's gonna leave and go to the room that I skipped with a bunch of hammers. And you'll notice the room with the hammers are actually gonna be invisible with a giant wave moving. And you kind of notice that when I enter this room. So yeah, over there's a wave moving, but we skip the room and it's kind of glitched like that. So yeah, here I'm doing manipulation, hopefully. I'm gonna set up for... here. Wait. Whoa, that was actually pretty good, actually. That was actually not bad, way through. But yeah. No star skip here, I didn't get it, but I can enter through this door early. So here I'm gonna aim up, to flash the, kitty. Wait for her to go down a bit. Moving a little bit right here before she goes down. Good. Grab him. And we'll slam her this way a couple of times. So once again, she's gonna go down the floor, so we have to go to the 12th floor. Unfortunately. So more backtracking. But you know what the good thing is? Polterpup will be in the elevator with us. It's just too bad we can't pet Polterpup. So yeah. We're gonna have to go through this whole floor again. Actually, not entirely, because we only have to go to the beach area of the floor. Because that's where she's hiding, actually. So I'm gonna get scared by Polterpup here, but it's like, whatever. Polterpup being cute. So here I'm gonna suck off some sand on the right over here. And then flash her. So she goes up. And hopefully she goes to the right tree, where she did. Go. Now I swap back to the doors. I enter through, and I'm hoping that I got slowed down with that. Oh man, that's unlucky. That's okay. I'm gonna have Luigi spawn here, because I know I'm not gonna get further. So yeah, I'm gonna wait until he kind of decides. Yep, right there. I'm gonna activate his trash can for spook speed right away. And now we have to go downstairs again. Down a floor. To the 11th. Actually, there's one more thing here. 3 goobs are gonna spawn because they stopped the elevator, so we're just gonna flash them like this. There's 3 goobs. And for fun of it, I just collect gold because money. It's fun. But yeah, we're now gonna go to the 11th floor again to find Poltigiri. Which is not too hard, because she's gonna be in the room that we fought the oozers at. Which, luckily, early on, I broke the windmill? Or fan? Yeah, the fan. So I gotta burst this out over here, and then burst over here. Get off of it. And now I gotta go up the stage to open this coffin. That should do it. Move Luigi a bit over here so it doesn't get down. Move Luigi over here. Flasher to Luigi and then swap back to Luigi. Swap back to Luigi. Get near the button. I would have probably flashed the gold ghost, but they're kind of hard to stall for more spook speed with the door here, but that's okay. So yeah, that was Poltikitty. We actually beat her this time. So now we can officially go to the 14th floor.
Oh, yeah. Ha ha. Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah.
Which is going to be the dance hall. Yes. You guessed it, dance hall. And this one's gonna be also a pretty short floor here, so. So here I'm gonna walk by this dance pad to this hall. First, I'm gonna spawn Luigi like this. Swap back, flash the hammer. Despawn Luigi. Slam him in this direction. I'm gonna flash like this way, and then grab. Now I have the signal. And now I just beat those 2 ghosts pretty quickly. And now I'm gonna do this. Oh, okay. I missed it, but there's a haunted trash can right there that I can activate. So I can gain spook speed. Unfortunately, I didn't get it. That's okay. We're not gonna really need it after. So here, I'm gonna spawn Luigi as soon as the stairs go down, I mean. And I'm gonna activate this trigger. So now we have dancing goobs So here I'm gonna go up and burst 2 goobs on the left side right here. One of these two usually have it most of the time. Sometimes is the other ones, but here I'm gonna focus on this one. I'm gonna also burst like pretty often and look for the one I'm like. And there we go. Got him. Slam him. I swap back to Luigi so I gain control. And now we're gonna face DJ Phantasmagloria. So here I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the right. Burst, flash, burst. I can grab her. I'm gonna drain her to like 350, somewhere around there. Slam her. Flash her again, because I can. Time. And I think I got no slam damage from that. Unless so here I'm just gonna kind of just wait until she kind of does her thing. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Unfortunately, I kind of didn't get that. Also, there's a strange thing with 1.4, I think also 1.3, is that slams sometimes don't deal damage. And I think due to that, I think it's just due to slamming way too fast. So, I think that happened there. Okay, so, one more thing left here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk past this dance pad next to a bench, because it's gonna trigger a ghost fight if I go walk on the dance pad. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go next to this bench over here. I'm gonna plunger, push, hopefully. And I did. Oh, I didn't. Never mind. Okay, now I got it for real. So yeah, it skips having to do a ghost battle here. And now we can leave.
Oh, yeah.
On to the last floor.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Which is the Master Suites. So, I have to have Luigi off for this, because, right, as soon as the elevator gets there, it's gonna start a cutscene. And once I start the cutscene of Helen gravely projecting of her, right here, I can spawn Luigi right away. Here, I'm gonna go and break this fence so I can go through it. Because we have to pull that string down. So while Luigi's moving there, I'm gonna move Luigi over here. Because there's a double door that we're gonna enter, so we can swap back. And we basically unlock the floor. So, we go in the order of how we do this. So we're first gonna go to the left side. Because there's gonna be 4 keys that we're gonna collect. And so, this is the last, I believe the last trapper we're gonna be facing in this run. Unless there's another one in this floor that I might get caught on. But yeah, here, I'm gonna burst. You may realize I walked past those lasers. I was able to get in cycle as well. So, as long as I just walk in the middle, the first 7 should be fine. So here I'm gonna wait and turn this laser off so we can get to grab the key. First ever key. Because we're gonna need 4 keys to open a vault door. So that's 1 out of 4. And we just leave it through. And now we have to go and fight couple of ghosts here. Here, I'm gonna let these go. I'm gonna spawn Luigi. I'm gonna aim the plunger at this one. I'm gonna walk over here and then walk to the left. Next thing I'm gonna do is just burst the one over here. That's with the plunger, and then flash both of those. Drag them back a bit. Slam down. Flash the hammer because it almost got me. Tether him. And that's that. Now I'm gonna early dark light through the wall right here, so I can dark light this door to get inside this room. So first I'm gonna have Luigi walk over there. I'm gonna turn this also as I do that. I only need to turn one time this way by blowing, because this will turn off the lasers that's blocking the key. Also, nice Dark Moon reference here. We matter. So, yeah. Got the second key now. Now we can go to the next room. Further up here. So yeah, same thing as before. You can dark light through the wall here. So I can get this door open as soon as possible. And yeah, you see that? King Boo has like 4 holes for the keys. Here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spawn Luigi. I'm gonna activate what's called door storage. Essentially, I block Luigi from leaving the room. So I have now invincibility for these lasers until I interact with a ghost or an object or a thing or a cutscene triggers. So yeah, you're gonna see me do that again on the next room. But before we go there, once we have gotten the third key right here, you have to go up and trigger the ghost fight. Do a stall skip directly, yes. Walk against this wall. Flash to Slinka, move this way, move this way. Aim this up. And then plunger. That was not bad at all. So now we have the last room of the floor. And we must dark light again. So yeah, once again, I'm going to activate door storage. So I'm going to face Luigi with an X prompt. I'm going to interrupt him in leaving the room. And plunger this so it activates the balance beam. So here I'm gonna try to get Luigi up here first to that lever. And I'm gonna also get over here to the key, because you can walk through the laser here, and I have to activate while swapping. And now I got the key right away. So now I can just go down. And now we can open the door. But we have one more thing we have to do. Now we have another ghost battle here. But luckily for us, we don't need to do it. We can just skip it by just walking, just pushing through these 2 gates. And there you go. That's basically skip. Just skip having to fight the ghosts. So, coming up is the very major, I guess technically second major boss fight in the run. We're now going to be facing Helen Gravely. She's going to have a lot of health, and before I fully enter the room and trigger the fight, I'm going to leave Luigi outside of the room as soon as I've entered, and he despawns a bit here. So put him outside here, go activate the trigger. Now, Luigi is out of bounds, and so what I'm gonna do is gonna do 0 lasers in this run. I'm not gonna turn off any lasers unless I accidentally pop Luigi. So, you notice that he can't walk up here, so he's outside the room. So here I'm gonna wait to manipulate to unspawn, and I'm gonna go right here. And luckily she's going right there. So I'm gonna flash her, I'm gonna stand like a bit right here. I'm gonna get damaged by the laser here. I have Luigi fought off out of limits. We'll wait for like 530. Slammer. Oh yeah. Important if I take damage here, because it's gonna like easily hit Luigi. So I'm gonna get some help here by just flashing this. So I need to stand like right about here so she can spawn on the opposite side. That's possible. So just 2 more phases of her and she'll go here. Like this. So wait here a bit until the second light comes on. And luckily she went for the same spot as before, which is nice. So I'm gonna stand here, go here, tether her until like 330. And there you go. And I get this guy. So, stand here. Wait for this to turn again. I have to stand over here as soon as I get there. And luckily she's in range, so we're good. So I'm gonna stand like right about here. And now we can 140, and now we can slam. And that was Helen Gravely. We basically fought her with 0 lasers turned off. Got health, just important. Now we're on to the final part. Basically, we have saved Mario, but Mario is showing us the way to save our rest of our friends. So now Egad's being disconnected, and now we have to go all the way up the stairs. For once, we're actually going up a couple of stairs.
Come on, let's go.
So here I'm gonna do a starl skip, which I did. Nice. I'm also gonna do another starl skip here. Hope I can get it. And I did. And then now I'm gonna go for another one here. There you go. Nope. Alright. So, was a bit late right there, but that's okay. So, here is coming up Mario skip. Yes. And so I'm going to be doing the consistent version of Mario skip here. So I'm going to push Luigi up here in this corner. Get on top of this lap. I'm going to do a kind of precise setup here. Move a bit. Aim up. Get the shadow. Move a little bit left to right here. And I think I'm pretty sure I got best Mario skip right there. That was pretty good. And I got best Mario skip. So yeah, that is consistent Mario skip right there. If you can do the setup right, then you can get it basically free. Without having to do using the plunger and try to just force it yourself. I mean, if you can get lucky, I mean, you could save a lot more time than doing the consistent version. But yeah. Here, I'm just gonna dodge the lasers and also dodge the tongues. Like this. Move right. Fun fact, you can stand here in the corner and just not move. The tongue will just get you when King Boo swings. So, now I'm gonna stand over here and wait for a fireball. And burst so I can take damage. So King Boo can start the next cycle, which is gonna be throwing the bombs. I'm gonna wait here, grab bomb, throw at the King Boo. Now that's first phase of King Boo. Actually, is that all? Cannot one cycle King Boo. Also, I got a heart. Also, that's kind of good actually. I also can skip another thing. But yeah, King Boo will duplicate himself twice. But the real one has 4 teeth, so the one with like 2 fangs is actually fake. The one on the left right here is real. So I'm gonna get damage on the lasers. I'm also gonna get damage on the jumps right here. And I'm also gonna get damage the fireballs. And then they're gonna do the tongue attacks here. That was pretty close. Also here I'm gonna skip the swirly tongues here since I have enough health. Playing a bit risky, but I know, but I want to. So, the real one's on the left, so I'm gonna look for the bombs and make sure to get them. Luckily I got parts right there, so... Alright. That's second phase done. We have one more left to go. So, King Boo has decided to shrink the painting that captured our friends, including Egat and the kids. Now the world's about to collapse, and it's gonna suck the whole entire hotel, and it's gonna be a time limit. Luckily for us, we can end this really quickly. So, first, as usual, we're gonna go ahead and take damage from lasers. We're also gonna look at which one's real. So we're close to it. So, it's gonna be on the right, so I'm gonna go take damage on the middle here. Like, probably right here. And I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna put Luigi there. I'm gonna see if I can get the tether. And there you go. That is, we now have beaten King Boo. All we have to do is now just tether. And there you go. We finally beat King Boo. And guess what? The time is about to end as soon as I collect the crown and the cutscene starts. There you go. Luigi's Mansion 3 in 22801 for any percent. Not bad actually, honestly. But yeah. I wanna get some shoutouts to yeah, Elm 3 Skyscraper. Especially Skip, Massagist, and G-Hog for coming by. For doing day 1 marathon runs. Shoutouts to them for being here. I want to shoutouts to also Grove Aether, because he's the one that really inspired me for this game, as well as encouraged me to help the community and really optimize this game. As well as also want to give shoutouts to Midori, you know, he's done so a lot for other categories, especially 100%.
Okay.
So, Great guy. Awesome stuff that he's done. I also want to shout outs to the horse with no name for just discovering so many new things.
Oh yeah.
And for the past like I guess year and a half or two, really. It's a great member from our community. Great glitch hunter though.
Way to go, bro.
And
Thanks, bro.
I also want to shout outs to the deadly hobo,
Oh.
even if he's not here. I respect for his 100% grind and his efforts, as well as being great friends. I also want to shout outs to the LM community as a whole, as well as the Boolympics, for just setting this up, this whole event together. It's been an awesome event, honestly. I really enjoyed it. So, but yeah, appreciate y'all, and yeah, I think that'll be it for me. So, yeah, I'm gonna end the stream, and we'll be transitioning to the outro. Thanks guys for coming by and watching, and I hope we can just do something like this again next year, hopefully. But yeah, anyways, take care guys.